welcome back, my friends, all to another Riding with Scab, an arousing rendition. You know I enjoy these so much. You know why? Because it means I'm going home. I believe I'll go home. Here's the deal. I got some big ideas I want to talk to y'all about. I'm going to pull up out of the way here so people don't ask me for anything. And I'm talking about at work. I'm ready to go home. I got some ideas I want to share with y'all. I'm going to pull over in just 1 second and show you a couple knives because I am a knife channel. My boy Trey right there. Good dude, hard-working guy. He really is. Them guys right there, man, I don't know if you even seen him. The camera's focused on me, but we got guys who put in AMF. We make all kind of aluminum balcony railings. We do steel and aluminum. We're a fab shop, right? We do a lot of condos, a lot of apartments. And them old boys right there, son, we got some young guys that are just, I wouldn't want to tie up with them. And not because they're tough or Billy Badass. We got them treads at work, concrete treads, which is a stair. Them things weigh anywhere from 125 to 150 pounds. And them boys go up and down them stairs with them things all day long, son. And grin the whole time they doing it. I don't know if they can fight or not, but I know they strong as hell. Anyway, I ain't got shit to do what we're talking about. Listen, Blade Show's next week. Looking forward to it. And if you're going to Blade Show, put it in the comments. Man, if you're not, I hate it because here's the deal. I am going to I ain't even want to say probably. I'm going this year and I've got to miss next year. June 10th is my wedding anniversary. This year's our 19th wedding anniversary. Next year's our 20th. You got to do something big on your 20th. I was in jail on my 10th. Didn't really go well. That was about the end of it, but we made it through and it's neither here nor there. And I beat the charges. So no, assholes, I'm not a felon. Just got charged with a couple. Anyway, a little distracted. Anyway, I can't go to Blade Show next year, but I was watching Aries EDC this morning, and I check out a few more videos of his than anybody knows. I enjoy his take on things, and I enjoy watching him, and he's a Florida boy. And he was talking about he couldn't make it to Blade this year and saving up for going next year. Totally get it, man. By the time you get ticket, I think 3-day passes are like $80, and then your hotel, and then gas, and then food, and not all of that. It's an expense. I'm going to share a little secret with y'all. Now, I got my tickets. I ain't got a hotel room. I'm just going to go north of Atlanta because it's just me. You're like, Scabby, but listen, I drive an hour in the morning. It's about 45 minutes to an hour to work. In the afternoon, it's an hour and a half through traffic. I'm used to traffic. I hate Atlanta traffic. I'm not even trying to compare them to Jacksonville. It ain't the same. But I'm just saying, if I got to ride or sit in traffic 30, 40 minutes, I'm fine. I'm fine. So my plans, I'm going to leave Friday morning. I'm going to go up, probably leave early. Now, I'm going to get the grandbabies tomorrow. I think we're getting both. I think we're getting 2. I got a 3rd one on the way. Pretty excited about that. So I got a 10-year-old grandson, a 5-year-old grandson, and they're going to have another grandson or another boy in August or September. Which that'll be 3 grandboys. I was wanting a girl so bad. We hadn't had a girl in our family in 100 years. I mean, like born into our family. And here's the truth. Not trying to be sad or tear-jerky because y'all don't give a shit, but unless my oldest grandbaby has a daughter, I probably won't ever get to see it in my lifetime, you know. And it's probably a good thing that we don't have granddaughters because boys are one thing. I don't know. It'd be rough. Anyway, we're going to get the grandbabies tomorrow. Next week, I'm going to Atlanta. I'm just going to wing it. I'm going. There's no way around it. I've already got things lined up. I'm good. Megan's worried about the motel room. I'm not. I'm just not. It's just me, son. I can get me a Motel 8. I don't give a shit. I really don't. If y'all can't tell anything about me, I do want to say this. I work hard and I make a good living. I really do. And I'm not talking about YouTube. You really don't make nothing. I don't make nothing on YouTube because I don't really, y'all know how I do. I just turn on the camera, I put out videos, and I'm happy. I'm happy as a lark. I love doing that. At some point, man, I guess I'll have to put some money in some equipment. But when you think about it, I've gotten to 132,000. I think we went over 132 this morning on a camera. On a phone. And it ain't even a good phone. You guys are awesome. You subscribe, and we put in the work. So I said all that to say material stuff just don't mean anything to me. You can tell by the way I dress. We live below our means. We do that on purpose. That way, if I want to go do something like Blade Show, I can. Anyway, so I was watching Aries EDC this morning, and he was talking about not being able to go. And somehow, and it might have been me, the thought crossed my mind, I thought, why don't we do a Florida Blade Show? He might have mentioned it on his video. I don't want to take credit for something I didn't think about. Anyway, if you are in Florida, if you are a YouTuber, if you are a knife lover, if you're any of that, if you would be interested in doing a meetup, not a meet and greet, because I ain't nobody to meet, but if we did, I don't want to call it Blade Show, because it's not about bringing companies in and it's none of that. It's just everybody in Florida that loves knives, maybe finding a central location. As bad as I hate Orlando traffic, Orlando's probably central to everybody. Let's get a conference room or two for a Saturday, and let's have a meetup and maybe get like the Florida knife makers. I know there are some really good knife makers in Florida, some really good forges, some really good independent. So if y'all are about doing a Florida knife show, and we'll call it that. We won't call it Blade Show. We'll call it Knife Show. Put it in the comments. Now, I suck at organization, but I know if there's enough of us that want to do it, we can do it. I mean, how hard could it be? We get a location. I say we just do one day. I don't think we should do like Friday, Saturday, one day. Maybe make it a Saturday and all day thing. So we could get tickets like $2, $3, $4, $5 a piece for tickets. And the only reason we would put any money towards it, instead of everybody throwing in, because that never works and somebody always gets screwed, we sell tickets to the thing, $4 or $5 a piece to cover the conference room, some drinks. We can have it. We can do whatever y'all want to do, or just have a meetup. Have people bring knives, talk knives, and I'll tell you, I am going to do a gathering at some point, but that's got nothing to do with this. A gathering is more of a bushcraft event where there's going to be a 2 or 3 day deal where we camp out. I'm making notes on that. I go to Blackie Thomas's twice a year. I love doing that. I would love to host my own. Of course, I would get Blackie to help me with that. But that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about a knife venue. If it was a hotel where we got a big conference room or just a big conference hall for a day, we could have it catered. If you're interested in that, put it in the comments. I'm interested in it. Let me show y'all something while we're at the stoplight. This is the damn thing just turned. It would have to turn. And I'm trying to cut back on driving and holding a knife. It doesn't bother me at 53 years of age. I'm not going to run it through myself, but there's always that crowd. Anyway, this is the Stoner CNC. I believe it's the MS6. Matt Stoner's the owner. This thing feels really good in hand. Peterbilt Knife Guys have been showing these. These are going to drop June 2nd. So today, I've got to go. I'm going to meet my mom at Chili's, and then we got to run by the bank. I don't know why y'all needed to know that. You didn't, but that's what I'm doing. And then I'm going to get this video because we're getting the boys tomorrow, and I'll probably have the oldest one for a couple days. So Monday's the 2nd. I want to get that video done. But stay on track, Scott. Florida Knife Show. What do y'all think? Would you be interested? I'm going to tag people I know are from Florida. If I leave you out, just put in the comments, Gab, we're here. And I'll add you to the description. And of course, we could do more than Florida. It could be Alabama, Georgia, whatever. But if you're just interested in a meetup, and I think we need to do a full day of it. We could discuss knives, show knives. If you're a knife maker from Florida, you could bring your knives. I think it would just be dope. I really do. And I'll tell you what else I think it does. I think it's a good way to bring people together, right? I mean, there's always going to be the negative stuff. And really, truly, honestly, guys, the only reason I made that video yesterday is I'm just wore out on it. We are so much more, and even because I've seen people, there's no community, blah, blah, blah. Listen, there's a bunch of people with similar and common interests. That's a community that come together and support each other one time. And instead of being negative, I'd rather build it up. And the way you build it up is by meeting, gathering. People in the South break bread. We have a meal. If we have a meal with you, a lot of times, that might not fix everything, but that's how we deal. So we can meet, eat, and retreat. Talk knives, hell, get somebody to bring some barbecue if you're into that kind of thing. Anyway, put your thoughts in the description. I know there's Tim School of Fish. I know there's me. I know there's Aries EDC. I know there's a bunch of others. Tony Boombots is in Florida, and Southern Knife Life's in Florida. And I know I'm leaving people out, so I'm going to stop because that's not my intention. I had thought about 10 channels, and I'm going totally blank. Listen, put your thoughts in the comments. Florida Knife Show. 2025 ain't gonna happen. We know that. But what about late 2026? And if I don't want to hear well, bleed. Florida Knife Show. It would be one day. What you say? If you in, you in. I'm Scab. You're not. We got to do this part, guys. There was a time in this country, and listen. Let me say this. I do my causes because they are my causes. We don't take in money. I don't take in money on this channel. When we do raffles, you don't send money to this channel. We have you donate to charities and send us the slip. These causes I bring up because my hope is that one day the people that need to hear it will hear it. People that can help will hear it and help. That's the goal of these causes. They mean something to me. There's a reason that I do them. I do not expect you to take these up, but I feel like if they're that important to me, I should share them with you. That's why I do that. There was a time in this country where 22 veterans a day took their own lives. Now, we're headed into the weekend. Weekends are higher. And the number's actually anywhere from 15 to 35. I mean, we know that the 22 is a skewed number. And we know all that. But it's a rallying cry. Sometimes it's higher, sometimes it's lower. But on this channel, we focus on the number 0 because anything over 0 is just seriously, it's unacceptable. If you need help and you are a vet, reach out to someone. There are lines of communication to people that can help you. I am not a veteran, so I may not be much help. That's what I'm saying. I want to find people, bring people together that can help. I back the blue. It's not popular. I'm okay with it not being popular. I've said before why. I'm not going to argue about it. I'm not trying to convince you of it. Something I believe in. Finally, if you are an addict, and I am, never quit quitting. Well, guys, thank you as always for your time. Thank you for watching. We'll have some shorts coming out like we always do, and more reviews. I'm Scab. You're not. Florida Knife Show. Put it in the comments. I'm gone, son. Love y'all.